everyone, welcome back to the Commander's Garage. I'm here to go over the brief introduction of the Commander format. It's a 100 card singleton, led by a legendary creature. Get that back into focus. A planeswalker with the effect of being able to be used as your commander or two partners. I only actually had one laying around. I think the other ones are floating around in decks. I didn't want to really take the time to look for them. They're pretty much your generals. Most people build their decks around them. It's actually a really good way to do it, but to each their own. Sometimes they just use them for just their colors. Speaking of colors, a unique thing to Commander is if you play a Bosch the Iron Golem deck, you can only play colorless or red spells because red is part of his color identity. So you can't run Merchant's Dockhand in it because it has a blue color identity. Likewise, you can't run anything that would produce mana of a different color. Gruul Guildgate, yes, it produces red, but it doesn't produce green. You can't use cards like Blighted Woodland because it's got green, that's the effect. Another unique thing to color identity that they actually passed over recently is if the card is a split color, whereas Noblesse of War is a red and white card, you can't play it in just a mono red or mono white deck, you have to play it in a deck that includes both. Same situation as with Wear and Tear, because it's got one half that's red, one half that's white. There are some cards that get around this, but not too many. Commander has its own unique run of cards that rely on the commander, such as Study Hall out of Strixhaven, where you can scry X when you spend the mana to cast your commander, where X is the number of times you've cast your commander from the command zone. There's cards like Deadly Rollout that came out of the Ikoria commander decks, where if you control your commander, or a commander actually, I did have to do the rule check, it's anybody else's commander, not just yours. You can cast it without paying its mana cost. There are other cards like the Dragon with its Eminence ability, which allows it to reduce the cost of a dragon spell you cast by one, whether it's in the command zone or on the battlefield. Back to one thing I forgot to mention in color identity, regular fetch lands like your Misty Rainforest and stuff like that. You can play those in any deck that contains either blue or green, but not the other color, because it doesn't have the mana symbol on it. I'm sure most of you guys know Commander, it's a multiplayer format, so between 2 to 4 normally. My play group normally runs 5 to 6 players, adds for more diversity. You start at 40 life. If you take 21 points from a single commander, say I'm playing, let's go with Bosch, because I'll use him for another example. Anyways, Bosch's effect is, well, not his effect, but he's a 6/7, so I would have to hit somebody 4 times with Bosch to count it. But say if somebody else was hitting them with another commander, that commander's damage is tracked differently. They did patch over a rule, whereas Bosch's effect of sacrificing and deal damage equal to a mana value used to be a CMC. Does no longer do that for commander damage. There are a couple cards that break the singleton rules. That is stuff like Rat Colony here, where it states a deck can have any number. 7 Doors is another card that can do that. Relentless Rats also does the same thing. In the TCG world, a lot of us have nicknamed that rule as Rule 101. If the card says break the rules, follow the card rule. That's about it for this. Just a quick upload. I'm working on a couple deck videos to get up to you guys so you guys can actually start enjoying what I normally enjoy about the game. I will see you guys later.